When we think about RCB versus CSK, it's a rivalry that in many ways has often been defined by a swashbuckling batter with very long hair coming out and absolutely scything sixes, fours, and everything in between. Which brings me to how good were those two knocks from Tim David and Rajat Patidar? I'm not talking about Thala Dhoni. No. Not only is he not playing, I don't think even peak Dhoni would have been able to bat like this. My good God, what carnage at the Chinnaswamy is what we've just witnessed. 250 for 3. And at one point, it looked like Rajat Patidar would be getting a very quick fire 50. Tim David said, no, I'll do that. The skipper left stranded, but 250 for 3.
ஆயாச்சு டிவி அணைச்சுடுங்கோ தூங்குங்க சிஎஸ்கே ஃபேன்ஸ் ஐ செட் இன் தமிழ் டாடா கதம் பை பை ஸ்விட்ச் ஆஃப் த டிவி go to sleep.
I thought the beating RCB imposed made him forget we're an English channel.
No. I mean, look, what were we saying about the CSK lineup when the bowling came? That who would be our death overs bowler? What death overs bowler? I don't know who is giving inputs to the CSK management that Jamie Overton's a death overs bowler. Who's giving them that input? He got hit for 30. And deja vu 2024, deja vu 2025, deja vu 2026. 1 over going for well over 25 plus runs, 30 runs. Earlier, Romario Shepherd used to do it. Now, what Tim David's doing it to you? 250 for 3. Devdutt Padikkal, Rajat Patidar, Tim David, and even Phil Salt. Look at the strike rates they're operating in. It's getting better and better. And for CSK, they only have 3-4 batters that can play in that template.
One of whom is injured, by the way, in Deval Brothers.
Yeah, he's not in. Now, in the even the lineup, Samson, Matre, and also Shivam Dube. These three can operate on this small ground in a similar template.
True.
But 250, it's an uphill task. And RCB are set to continue the Kaveri domination. It was 3-1 prior to this game. It's all set to be 4-1.
I would give CSK a chance if this was, say, an SRH bowling or something similar. RCB's bowling is very set. They needn't worry. Even if there's runs on offer, let's be very fair. This is that kind of pitch. It's always been that kind of ground. I don't think they're getting even close, though. I don't think they're getting close.
Pochupa, ellam poyachu. It's done, finished. Don't even harbor expectations that CSK, they may come close, but don't think that they'll overhaul this. It's not possible because Duffy's there, you've got a Krunal Pandey, you've got a Bhuvaneshwar. I'm sure they won't leak runs with the magnitude with which CSK's bowlers have leaked. Because that 19th over, Jamie Overton made the difference. If it was 220, it would have been a 50-50 contest, but this is 250. They've got 20 runs plus par.
I mean, I think at one stage they were looking good to get to 270. And all of that, interestingly enough, because we were talking about Jamie Overton, interestingly, it was that over, I think the 16th over he bowls, where he gave away 2 runs. That's where the game went down to, because if you over you were expecting about at that stage 16-20 runs, 16 would have been par. He gives 2 runs. So the projected score from 260 came down to somewhere around 240, things like that. He changed it. And what does the captain in Ruturaj Gaikwad do? Bring a spinner at that stage. Noor gets hammered. Then still does not go back to Overton, and then gets Anshul Kamboj, and then goes to Overton. So he finishes a overshot. My point is, Overton got hammered that particular over, but when he had given 2 runs, I would have gone to him straight after to bowl another over and not to keep him right at the end, right? First things first, you should have done it. Then when he came, again I'm saying, when he gave away 2 runs, he's bowling over the wicket. Same 2 batters are batting. He's bowling over the wicket. He's given away 2 runs. He comes back to bowl round the wicket. My point is, with the same resources, change the captain or the think tank. I don't know whether it's Stephen Fleming responsibility or it's Ruturaj Gaikwad or whatever. Same resources, they ensure that RCB don't get 250. Any other team, restrict them to 220, which is what any team should have done. Now you've gone to 250, and I agree with you. from here on, there's one. I mean, a minor miracle aside. Though I mean, in Chennuswamy, you never say never. I mean, it's a ground, but still runs on the board. That too 250. You need to have an outstanding day. So I mean, I'd still give them a 10-15% chance on this ground. That's what I'm saying. But as I said, the same thing is 220, and you're sitting here and saying, okay, it's a 60-40 game or something like that, right? I'd still put RCB favourite even with that, but at least there'd be a much bigger chance, like a 40% chance for CSK to chase it down on a small ground like this with a good batting pitch. None of that happened. That's why I'm saying Chennai with these resources also would do well, and this is where you miss the acumen of a MS Dhoni of how you would calm things down. And those minor changes, this is what makes a difference. See, we have reached a stage where most teams are going to be attacking, no matter how good you're. I mean, just take the previous game, as an example, where you had Sunrisers Hyderabad on a day, their bowling attack looked absolutely the shambles. The next game looks outstanding. So I don't think there will be any bowling attack that will cover itself with glory in this IPL. They're all going to get hammered for 230, 240 on a given day. But that's where the planning comes into play. That's where a calm, collective, smart captain, who can think on his feet, make those slight changes. And that's where 250s can be done to 220. You can't expect that it will be like the morning game. You won't get those kind of pitches. So that is what you can do. Right now, CSK won. Their bowling is like low on confidence, getting hammered. RCB on a high because they are champions and they won the first game. So completely opposite ends of the spectrum. And then I must say, clueless captaincy or the feedback he's getting, and I could include coaching in that as well, because nowadays you get a lot of feedback from there. And 3 games of CSK all now. Right now they've been absolutely clueless. That's why I say remove this, bring a more thinking sort of a captain. Maybe last game also they, close game could have won. This game 250 could have been 220. That's what helps teams wins championship. It's not going to be big margin, how close it is. But those things make a difference, and I think that's something that right now CSK don't have.
Rituraj Gaikwad in 3 games has shown that tactically he's not got it. Now, do you have the guts to do what you did to Jadeja in 2022? 8 matches.
Reminds me they have the left arm spinner as well.
Okay. Phil
so
Salt.
What is he?
So Phil Salt.
So Shivam Dubey is bowling 2 overs.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Phil Salt, Virat Kohli, Devdutt, Rajat, Tim Davidson, all left-handed batting lineup, right? Unless CSK are viewing it in a very different prism altogether. For 2 games,
except for Devdutt,
for 2 games, you haven't employed Prashant Veer. So why did you market him in the fact that he's a 14.2 crore guy and a like for Jadeja? Why? If he's not bowling, so that means he's there only for catching. Matlab, he's like that unlucky gully cricketer. तुम्हें सिर्फ फील्डिंग मिलेगा, नो बैटिंग नो बॉलिंग, एंड आई बीन पेड 14.2 crores फॉर इट. Go figure the utilization that as to what CSK are planning. What are they doing? What are they thinking? And honestly, even if MS Dhoni was there tactically also, agreed, a 250 would have been a 230. Because even last year when RCB played CSK right here, there was a similar over which went for close to 20 plus runs.
So that will happen.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't avoid it. And by the way, taking no credit away from RCB, I think this is looking like a gun batting lineup. I mean, from start to end, Phil Salt, Virat Kohli, Devdutt Padikkal. By the way, the 2 surprising not surprising in the sense, they're always good batters, but like really Padikkal and Rajat Patidar, the kind of form they're showing. I mean, they're looking like in top-notch nick. I wouldn't be too surprised if they are now the T20 team is going to go through a churn. Both should be absolute contenders to make the team.
Yes.
I'll go one step further and say Devdutt Padikkal, kind of batting he's shown in domestic cricket, you need to find a place for him in the ODI setup as well.
Yes.
Test matches.
His list A numbers, leave any format. If there's any format he needs to be, it's ODI. He's averaging 82.
900 plus, I think, in the Vijay Hazare, if I'm not mistaken.
82 average in like 40-50 list A games is madness. It's practically
trophy was also great.
He's had a good Ranji. He was good in S-Man.
And your number 3 is Sai Sudarshan. So there you go.
Plus, when he made his debut, he hit a 63 against England. In
Yeah, he's
Dharamshala.
someone who got sidelined for no reason because I remember he looked good in that one test match he played.
I think he played even in Perth, but I think there he was found wanting.
That's okay. You're going to have problems. The step up will take time. You need to show some backing. Sadly, he hasn't had that backing. And I agree, if you're talking about Devdutt in 21, 22, there was a clear problem with his batting at times in the sense that he would be very one-dimensional. I think he's worked on his batting now and looks like a far different player. Remember, this is the same Devdutt Padikkal who is keeping out on the bench Venkatesh Iyer. Venkatesh Iyer, who the franchise went very hard for in the auction, there's no chance he's getting a game. How do you give him a game? This batting lineup, forget about it.
250s, if I'm not mistaken, on the trot now for Devdutt Padikkal. And
Exactly.
the way how he's been batting, look at the strike rates also 170. Even in his peak RCB first stint, he didn't have a strike rate of 170.
No, he was a
180.
130 type guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a good accumulator. That's what I'm saying.
Trust Rajasthan Royals to shatter players' confidence. Now, when he
Not
went
just
there,
him, not just them. He was part of LSG also.
Yeah.
A franchise renowned for building the confidence of players.
so that is why.
I mean, but you're talking about strike rates, then you can't go past Devdutt Padikkal.
Yeah.
Tim David, 280.
Two consecutive 250 plus strike
But,
rates.
as I said, Tim David, towards the death, got the opportunity to face, and you had only one way to go. Rajat Patidar came in much earlier into the
Yeah.
innings. And at that time also,
Was going in the same
Yeah.
same clip.
I mean, look at
Amazing.
it.
insane.
His first scoring, I mean, when you look at it, 6 sixes and 1 4. Majority, he hit 1 4 to third man. That was to an edge. But otherwise, everything else was a 6.
Clean hitting.
Clean hitting. But nothing can be cleaner than Tim David. And one ball went to Anil Kumble's circle. Because it went outside of the roof. The same, how Ben Cutting deposited Watson above the roof. Same, he did that, Tim David. And that's why extreme hitting. And CSK is death bowling, and Noor is not performing.
No, Noor not performing is okay, but this was the case of setting him up for. He was a lamb to slaughter. You basically sent him out there. Ki, listen, kid, these are two guys who are great players of spin, both of whom are settled, and they're looking at you going, "Oh, goody dessert," and then they've demolished you.
And dessert served on a golden platter. Why? Round the wicket, leg side, shorter boundary.
They're just going
Unless,
whack, whack, whack.
again, CSK saw the ground differently. They thought the leg side is longer, the offside is shorter. But no, the leg side is shorter. I just don't understand what are the tactics, what are they even doing out
See,
there.
I think it shows a little bit of let's say, not quite keeping updated with the game, because Tim David of 22-23 used to have a problem with spin. Okay, that Tim David.
Even
Tim
until
David-
recently, Varun Chakravarti was having him for breakfast.
But
the
yes,
Look at
you're
him
right.
now.
But Tim David from 25 onwards has been a much improved player against spin. In international cricket, his strike rate against spin, I think, was about 170, 180. In international cricket, that
Varun
tells you-
Chakravarti will say, hold my beverage.
Yeah, but Varun, in that one game I remember where he got his wicket, he got it for two sixes prior to
sixes,
that.
yeah.
So Tim David, as I said, this Tim David is a different Tim David. He's gone through an almost Heinrich Klaassen-like transformation. Klaassen was another player I remember early in his days couldn't play spin.
Yeah.
Now look at him.
Oh,
Tim David's
murders
gone the
them.
same. Tim David's gone the same way. He's worked on his ability to play a spin, and he's become very good at it.
Yeah.
Why are you giving him a spinner in the 17th over?
And-
the tactics were just
And
terrible.
another blunder. Why open with Rituraj? When, if history suggests you need a fast start, open with Matre.
Yeah.
Matre and Samson.
Agreed.
Matre made his mark not just in the Mumbai Indians game, even against RCB. That one knock kept CSK in the hunt.
Yeah.
I think last game he dropped himself to number 3. Matre opened. I think so.
No, Ritu's.
No, Ritu opened. He got out quickly.
Yeah.
Both the openers got out
The
quickly.
first game.
All
this is the
games
third
so
game.
far they've opened.
I think second game.
No.
Okay,
Matre
maybe.
came in the power play because both the openers got out early.
Yeah, Sanju's gotten out early both games.
Yeah.
I
And
remember.
even Ritu in the last.
See, so far Samsons have managed only 13 runs in 2 matches. If he has to improve his strike rate and average, this is the way. This is the place to do it. So, improve your average. See,
Yeah,
Rituraj
yeah.
opened in the previous game. And 28 of 22. Good luck if you're going to do that.
The reason he came early is because Samson got out in the second over.
Yeah, Bartlett got him with that away swinger. So, that's why. Yeah. So, guys, it's a 3-zip. Straight, right?
I think
Yeah.
so. I think so.
RCB are bossing this
Their
encounter.
chances, CSK's chances of winning this game are emblazoned all over the RCB jersey.
Yeah.
Nothing. There is no chance.
Yeah. Vishal from the US is saying, why Prashant Veer not being used to bowl?
Golden question, my friend.
Yeah,
And one that if you can figure out, please try and get in touch with Stephen Fleming.
No. Please. Stephen Fleming never bowled in his international career, but he's been bowling googlies. Because he said, there is nothing called as a finisher in the modern era of T20s.
Which I kind of
he
agree.
kind of,
I'll tell
because
you why. Because now
you go gung-ho right from ball one.
There's no, like earlier it used to be, because there was a stage where you needed people to consolidate. So he's not a finisher, he consolidates.
There's no consolidation.
Finisher is the one who hit.
Yeah.
Boss, now
No.
Rajat Patidar is not a finisher. but
Neither is
yeah.
Tim David.
No,
but they
what
finished
about
it.
that?
He bowled the greatest doosra of all. I don't understand the conditions in Chepauk anymore. Gone.
That
But
he keeps
I'm
saying.
That I agree, because now there is no time for anyone to say, I am a anchor or I am a guy who consolidates and he is a finisher. So nothing, boss.
Yeah.
There is no finisher. Everyone who comes,
You
they
have to
have
hit.
only one job.
Hit.
Yeah, correct.
Go up. CSK will chase it in this pickleball ground. Miraj Woods from Canada.
No, I like his
Optimism.
take on the ground, which I agree. But, as I said, I would have said it, by the way, for another team, like which is high on confidence, which is doing well.
If this was Punjab Kings, for instance,
or I would have
Mumbai
still
Indians,
said yes, that they're high on confidence, they'll come, they might.
Mumbai will
250
be
can
disappointed they won't be playing here.
But
Yeah.
not this CSK team.
Yep.
As I said, if they do chase it down, well, then you got to join us for the post-match
Of
show.
course.
It
That
will
will
be one
really be
hell of a
something.
game
Yeah.
if that happens.
Danush is saying, Siddharth will get into trouble saying Kaveri Derby.
That's
No.
not the only thing he'll get into trouble
I will
for.
get into trouble if I say Ashes of the South.
Arey,
It's
yaar.
not that anymore. Or the Southern Classico. No.
South, it's
Ashes of the South.
That was the term,
El
boss.
Clasico.
El Class. No, that is
That's
MICSK.
MICSK.
That's why I'm saying it like that.
So RCB fans are disappointed that they'll be facing CSK only once this year. Yeah, can't improve H2H with CSK, but for that you need to face them for 3 more years to improve the H2H.
Out.
Gone. Mr. Gaikwad.
Oh, but 7 of 2, 7 of 3. Wow,
Yeah.
Oh, what
200
intent.
strike rate, yaar.
But see the way he got out also.
Yeah, horrible when getting out. He's straddling down.
Like I would
offside.
take it like you're trying to hit a 6, okay.
Yeah, he's chasing a ball that's going nowhere. Either slash. What's this? That's a test match stroke, boss. Come on. Look at that.
Unless
Please.
Duffy might have used the
No, Duffy did nothing.
Oh.
It's an outswinger,
Nothing.
good ball,
See
but
this.
he's
straight
What is this?
catching
What is
practice.
This is like Kohli
Catching
in his
drill.
last test series.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Freaking awesome saying RCB fans should thank Andy Flower. He changed the team
That's
like
true.
this.
I agree. Not just him. I think that entire team management, him, Mo Babat, I think they've done a very good job of actually making the team realize that, listen, boss, this is a cricket team and you need success on the field. Otherwise, brand value only takes you so far.
Yeah. I think Dev Pratap Singh John makes a good point about, RCB understanding how the ball does a bit to begin with and not throwing away wickets.
Yeah.
And that actually base, then later you can accelerate the way you want.
You know, they were also aided by the fact that even peak CSK and bad CSK, one thing stays common: catching. Had you got that Shivam Dubey taken that catch of Virat Kohli, it would have been a different story. I mean, you would have had to. Still, they would have, I think, not made 250. They would have gone to 230.
I doubt, yeah. Look at the amount of batting they have left in the heart. I'm sorry, they had Romario Shepherd to come after this. They had Jitesh Sharma to come after this. No. They also had Krunal Pandya to come after this. I will again stop you. They had Bhuvneshwar Kumar to come after this. I'm sorry, Bhuvi also can give you 2 4s out of 6.
Okay, so let me revise it. Kohli, they made him bat from 28 to 18, so they managed only 250. Had he gotten out earlier, they would have reached 280.
They would have still reached 250, is my point. I don't think it would have mattered. There's so much batting that dropped catch made precious little difference in the grand scheme of things. It's like a drop in the ocean. Could be.
Abhi Jha, I think that's the name. He says Ruturaj is in fairyland. What is his role? Good point. Good question.
Very good question.
This is what
Try and
happens.
answer that in the post match because it'll require a long answer.
Yeah, it will. Because I can't for the life of me understand what is going on there.
Simple. If you are getting white-anted for years, this is what is going to happen.
I like that.
Okay. Yeah. If you get white-anted for years, this is what's going to happen. So simple.
Okay, we'll take your leave.
Yeah.
The game started.
Join,
One wicket's already fallen.
Yeah.
Post match
Big one.
at leisure.
Yes.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye. See you.
Big one.
At leisure.
Yes.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye. See you.